Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to make a Christmas garland. I've been doing, if you watched my video from the Christmas tree, you can see that I was doing a retro 1950s throwback theme with a modern twist. And I wanted to make a garland that would kind of go with my whole theme, but like I said, it's retro, but it's a little bit modern. Now, the biggest thing right now is pom-poms, right? We see pom-poms everywhere. So I was like, I wanted to use the pom-poms, but I still wanted to give it that retro feel. And the colors I'm using are red, white, and of course my Christmas card's a little bit different colors, but let me show you what I picked out. So I searched Amazon and I searched around and I found these really cute retro postcards, and they're really going to be perfect. They're not too small, they're not too big, and they're going to be nice for, so they have all kinds of cute prints. Definitely, like, okay, doesn't this say 1950s? I'm even 1960s early, because I was born in 62, and I remember bells everywhere. So I'm so excited. And these shapes definitely were from 1950s. And I'm not going to use all these cards. I think this was a 20 or 24 pack. But I'll show you the ones I'm going to use in a moment. But I want to show you all the materials you'll need for this project. So we did have you can get cards or postcards. I recommend the postcard size, or you can always cut if you save your cards, save old cards, you can always cut them. This is a nice size, I just find. Now Christmas cards aren't always the same uniform, so I haven't tried it like that, so I don't know. But another thing you're going to need is these pom-pom garlands. And I got these at Hobby Lobby in the beginning of the season. It was still the fall when I got these. So I don't know if they still have them, but you probably can find them in most craft stores. You probably can definitely get them online. I'll try to remember to post that in the description. Yeah, it's the Christmas Crafts pom-pom garlands, and I got these, of course, on sale, and they are 5 feet each. I used 2 per garland. I'm going to make a second garland. I'm going to put one for my mantelpiece and one garland hanging on my TV stand. So, so you'll need 2 of those, and you will need. So I got that. You will need some of these clip-on. Let me get this so I don't make a big mess. Let me reach it here. You will need these clip-on decor clips. You can see those. They have a Christmas theme, and you can get these at the dollar store. And you don't have to use these ones. It's just the ones that I had. I bought these a couple of years ago, maybe even more. So I'm going to use those. And I'm just going to do 8 cards, because that's the only clips I have right now. And then I'm also doing jingle bells. So you will need whatever color you're doing. I'm picking red because I'm doing red and white and silver, but I decided to just make it pop a little bit with the red bells. And you will need some, like I said, it's depending on the color. I'm doing red and white, so I picked this red and white. It's like a thread or embroidered thread, something like that. It's really thin, and that is 0.8 inches by 30 feet. So that should be, one roll should be plenty. I have some more somewhere, but you definitely will need at least one of these. Now, there's different ways probably you can do this project, but you can use little discs. I use these wood cutout stars. Can you see those okay? I use those. because I had them already from a few years back on another project I was doing. I think it might have been for 4th of July. So it would be nice if they were silver to go with my theme, but it's not going to be a big deal. And so, you know, because the gold is a Christmas color too. So what you're going to do is you need something. You can't just clip. I don't want to get ahead of myself either, but you just can't clip this on and then have your card stick, because let me show you. See how fat that is? And it's too wide. It won't work. So that's why you need a disc. You need a disc to stick onto here and then tie it around. You might think of a bit more creative, better way to do it. It's just the way I figured out how to do it. So, you can see here, I've already done one. I've got it. I've got this disc, this star disc, stuck onto my clip, and then hanging from some of that thread. And I'll show you in more detail in a moment. But so that's why you need some kind of disc, stars, bells, whatever wooden cutout thing you find. Oh, I'm dropping my threads. All right, so what else do we need? So we need, and you need sticky things. You can pull out your hot glue gun. I wasn't in the mood to get my hot glue gun out. Sometimes I'm just not in the mood to use that. So I wanted to come out with a different alternative. And I had bought these instant tack. They're double-sided stickiness, and they are great for all kinds of craft projects. So I'm gonna use that. I think they come in these little squares. You can tear them apart, and there's these little discs, and I'll show you how to use that. So you need that, and then you also need like these little, let's see, do I have the cover? I don't have, there's the Scotch, what's this? Scotch brand. They're, I don't know the size, I lost the backing, but they're basically little double-sided, or sticky on each side, and you can use those, and that makes this project pretty good. They're in squares, and I cut each square in half. So like I said, depending on how many cards you're going to put up, that's, but one pack is going to be more than enough, I'm sure, for one or even maybe two garlands. Well, I have definitely enough for 2 garlands. So, and another thing you'll need is some white thread, because you're going to, depending on how long your mantle is, I needed 2 garlands. Maybe you'll need 3, depending on how long your mantle is and how long you want your garland. So let me show you. I think that's everything that I think you'll need. Another little note that you'll need. Oh, I have a candle here. So what I've done with my jingle bells, and I'll show you what I've done. Oh, that one came off. Oh. So I cut each of my strands about 10 inches long. And what I did is, after I cut them, and this one came apart already, but I melted, I lit this candle, and I melted some wax on there a little bit at the ends, not a ton, just a little bit, so that I could pull the bell through the little hole. There's a little hole in the top, and because these are they're a white and a red, they're 2 different threads, and they separate, so that helps it so that you can slip it in there. And then what I did is I made a knot down at the end, slid a bell down about a certain, this one came through, I didn't think it would, for the most part. And then I did a double knot again, and then put a bell on top of that. I did like, maybe halfway, little less than half, or a little less than halfway. And then I wrapped it around one of the garland. If you see, there's these little sections. I wrapped it around and tied a knot in there. So let's start working on it. I just I'm gonna cut back my candle a little bit so that when I go to light that, I don't have a lot of smoke. So give me a moment on that. All right, so let's get started, and I'll just show you the basics of what I've done. I got my candle and stuff waxed first, my wax here first, because I want that to dry a little bit. So let's get that done first. So we're gonna cut, I've already cut some, but I'm basically cutting a couple more just to show you what I'm doing. And hopefully you can see over all my stuff here. So I like this cool ruler because it has an inset in there, and I can set my string right in there. Makes it very convenient. So I'm just going to measure out to 10 inches. And oh, that's right. What am I doing? Measure out to 10 inches. And then we'll cut it at the end. And so these are for the jingle bells. And one thing I bought too, which I was debating on putting on, but I don't think I'm going to after all, I bought these little tiny pine cones. And I thought, oh, I could take a glue gun and do that. That would be cute. So you probably need, depending on how many cards you're going to put or how many jingle bells. I forget how many pom-poms this was total. But I'm basically every 3... I'm doing a jingle bell, 3 pom-poms, a card, 3 pom-poms, a jingle bell, 3 pom-poms, a card, you know, that way. So you just want to make sure you have enough for that. And I think the thing about the clips too is you can change out your cards. So I'm going to take my cards off there right now while I get those on. And then for the cards, or to wrap around for your little cards, you do need 5 inches. You need how many ever cards you're going to put. Use a total of 8 cards. So I need a couple more of the 5 inches. Like I said, I like to do this first because, like I said, we're going to take a little bit of wax and want that to be good and dry before we get working with that. So I know this is a little bit late as far as like if you wanted to make this year, but you know, this makes a great gift too for somebody if you like to give homemade gifts. I love to do homemade things because, you know, I love to create beautiful things, and if you're watching this, you probably do too, or you like beautiful things, and it's so it's just therapeutic to make something beautiful, and you can make it for yourself, your own home, or give it away as a gift. It's a great gift. So let's go ahead and light that. And I'm going to do it over my paper plate. Oh. Make sure your pom-poms are far away, right? All right, so let's put that there. And then basically, all right, so it doesn't take too long to build up a little bit of wax. And I hold it over this other, you could do it right over your plate, but I'm going to put it in my little candle holder here. And I'm just doing it ever a little bit just to seal up those threads so they don't unravel. All right. Do, 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 do. So here it is. I'm recording this on December 7th. Has everyone have their Christmas tree up? I think nowadays more and more everybody's putting it up a lot earlier because we just have such busy lifestyles. I don't know about you, but I also have a job, um, and so I have to find time to do the things I like. And I put my tree right after Thanksgiving. But I'll tell you what, now that I'm doing a lot of these videos, I'm going to do it earlier. And because I want to enjoy the season and I always come up with ideas. Now I did work on some projects in the summer. I think I only posted one video of one of the projects I did, but I'm going to get wiser this next year and try to make ahead projects, because if you're one that likes to make things for people, you really got to do it ahead of time so you're not so stressed out at the last minute doing everything. Because we're already making cookies and we're going to the kids Christmas programs. Sometimes it's at school and at ooh, that's hot. That's why you want them to cool down. I accidentally hit that one and I unraveled it. Be careful not to get this too close to the fire. So anyway, stuck to the little, there we go. I feel like I'm ready to sing Christmas carols. Hark the herald angels sing. Right, when you remember back in the day when we used to sing Christmas carols, but we used to have those little candles that had a little cardboard underneath so that the hot wax doesn't drip on you. Yes, we used to go sing Christmas carols. Do they still use those little wax candles with the holders? I know I've been to Christmas Eve candlelight service, and we use them at church still. So let me know if any of you are avid Christmas carolers and if you use those little candles with the little cardboard still. I haven't gone Christmas caroling in so long. That's what I think the world needs more Christmas caroling, don't you? But anyway, that's why I was just like saying it's nice to decorate ahead of time so you can, enjoy the season. It's can't make it too crazy. I mean, we've got to have a balance of yes, doing fun things, but we can't let it over, just to have the perfect Norman Rockwell um, Christmas. It's not perfect if you're all stressed out. And I say to myself that all the time. It took me a lot of years to learn that. you know. And then sometimes when you get older, you got to pace yourself. You don't, have. I can remember being in my 20s and 30s, you know, cleaning the house late at night because the kids finally get to bed, mopping the floor at 9 o'clock at night. And we don't want to and sometimes too, we get an attitude because we're tired. Maybe we worked outside, you know, had a job outside. You come home and you got chores to do and you're grouchy with everybody. That's kind of like a bah humbug, right? So I think we got enough. So we're going to let these dry, and then I just put this in here till it cools down. Let's see. I think this is all right. I don't want them to stick to my table, so I guess I'll keep them on here for now. Let's put that to the side. All right, so let me just show you. Hopefully you can see this. So if you see these garlands, this pom pom garland that I already put together, I just basically hook these two together, and let me show you. It was so simple. All right, so let me open this pack. So you just take the ends of the two, and the way these pom-pom, I decided to use these because I like how they are in between each one. And this was real easy to twist together. Now let's see, pretty much. And just make sure I got yeah. So I twisted these two, and where did I put my thread? Oh, here it is. I'll try to do this up close so you can. So basically put those together, and I go down, I go into the middle or behind the middle, and I come up, and I just do the, oh, I was caught on something. I'll move that out of the way. And I go up and around. So I just take that, and I take the thread down in there, and I wrap it around there. And then I just go in a couple different directions, but back to the middle. And I did that several times just to get it good and secure. So basically, it's like you're connecting three of them. So I just did that side. Now I'll go back into the middle. And I did this a few times, so it's really secure. It's not going to come apart on you. You just got to be careful. Sometimes it wants to wrap around and cut into one of your pom-poms. Just loosen up the thread, and hopefully you can get an idea of what I'm talking about here. I'll have to look back on the video and see if my hands all weren't in the way so you could see what I was doing. And I go back underneath and through the middle. And a couple times I'm just going to wrap around there different ways. And then go back down through the middle. That was real simple. Oh, keep hitting that thread around my squishing my pom-pom. I want squishy pom-poms. I want them nice and fluffy. So have you all been watching Christmas movies already? I haven't. I've only watched a couple. I haven't watched any of my favorites yet. The month is just flying by. I don't know about you. Didn't this year just fly by? It's like I can't believe we're almost in 2024. But we are. All right. So that's good. And then I just go at the end, I kind of go through the bottom and just go through there a little bit. Do like a little X, which you probably can't see white on white. But we don't want any other kind of thread, so. And then I'll just put it up through here one more time. Maybe you said, well, why are you doing it that way? I can think of a better way. Well, let me know in the comments if you do, because I'd like to make it easier. Oh, that was pretty easy. Really only took, what, 5 minutes? Well, there you go. And you got a long one, and you could start all over from scratch. Here, I'm knocking all my stuff, but I'm going to work on the one I've already started on. Let's put this one on the back of the chair. All right. Instead of doing the bells, I wanted to show you a few more of these little clips, how to do that, just so you get a good idea how you do it. So we're taking the little glue sticky discs and we're going to peel this off. Put it up, yeah, I'm trying to remember if I put it on here and then stuck that on here. So stick that up near the top, press down on there. I'm going to go ahead and get another one. I thought without the glue gun, you know, sometimes when you use the glue gun, it can be so lumpy, the glue. I didn't want that, so I don't know. All right, so I'm going to take this off. I've got my little glue adhesive on there. I'm going to glue that. Make sure you have the knife side sticking out. You know what? Did I do that right? Let me look at my other one. Hold on. Yeah, I did. For a minute, I thought I had it. So then you're going to just press that on for a few seconds. Press down so glue's on there nice. I'm going to go on to my next one that I glued on here. Peel off the little backing and pick the nicest side. And I'm going to glue or stick that right to here. So you basically have it looking like this. And every piece of wood is not, you know, the clips aren't always, you might have to slide it down or up a little bit more because they're not all perfectly shaped, the clips. All right, so remember, you're using the 5-inch. All right. Cut that with my scissors, I guess. All right. Should have some Christmas music in the background. Stick that on the back. And get my fingers to work. There we go. Hopefully I can get another project done. I wanted to do some those styrofoam trees or those Christmas trees that you can make yourself. One up near the top. Stick that on there. And pull that off. Got the sticky thing. All right. This is the nicer side. Actually, this is the best part up here, so I'm gonna stick that on there. Press that down with my fingers a little bit. There's kind of how it's looking. And we got this one. Pull up there. Thing is, if you're a crafter, you know you've got a lot of supplies at home, and so there's lots of things you can probably use, different shapes you might have. Probably the most popular are the stars. All right. Stick that on there. So I've got 2 left to do. I'll do that and let these dry and stick on there a little bit, and I'll be back in a moment. All right, we are back. It's morning and I have a fresher start on this. So I'm gonna ditch these little sticky pads, and probably I might ditch these also and just resort to my glue gun. I should have just went through the effort, but um, I did it this morning. So this other method, it worked on like two of them. But then this morning, I hung it up last night just to see how well it would, you know, like if it would endure the weight. There's not much weight. I mean, these are so light. But anyway, I just wanted to see how that worked. I put some of the cards on there last night and hung it up, and one fell off. So I decided to do this other method. So what I am taking, we still are going to do the 5-inch for the card clips. So what I did is just take a little tape and I taped the ends together. And then we're still going to wax the ends and everything so they don't fray. And try not to use too much wax. So basically, I'm just starting here and just wrapping those together. All right, and just like that. I'll do one more. Just you need a little bit of tape. You can use, right now, I had the clear invisible, but I ran out of that and I didn't want to go through my boxes searching for the other right now. So this one is the frosted, but the glue is gonna be on it on the back. And I guess all in all, this is probably gonna look better. I need to get a new glue gun. I see a lot of crafters have some pretty nice glue guns. So anyways, I've got a bunch of those done. I've got 5 clips left, so I've got 5 of these loops. And while I'm already here, let me just show you, I have my glue gun on, but let me show you about the jingle bells. So we have the 10-inch strings that we already waxed. And so you're going to tie a knot on the very bottom, and you're going to do a double knot so that your jingle bells do not fall off. My fingers don't want to work this morning too great. There we go. So let's go through each strand. How many? Let's do 5. So on some ends, I was doing every 3. I would do a jingle every 3 pom poms. I would do a jingle bell, and then 3 at the next 3 would be a card clip. And when I went more towards the center, I decided to do 4 and 4. So I kind of like did 3, 3 on each end, and then 4, 4, and then more in the middle. If I had more, I wish I had 2 more card clips. I would have liked to had a total of at least 10 on there, but because I do have the other garland on my TV stand, I could do more if I want, but I might not do that because I think that might be just too much. too much. So like I said, we're just double knotting this. And so simple. Yeah, I had another idea for the next one, which I'll show you later, but let's complete this. Oh, I don't need this right now. So this red and white string is real pretty. Got a little bit of a satiny look to it. If anybody has any ideas, I mean, I'm looking right now at this clip, and it's not so bad. I have to clean it up a little bit, and it is clear, and nobody's going to see it, but I don't like aesthetically, but even my idea for the little sticky pads, aesthetically, that wasn't very nice either, so this is better, but maybe you have a better idea. Go ahead and put it in the comments, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, one more. Oh, I thought that one was done, but no. So this weekend, our church is having, we have a Christmas light up. We light up the grounds. We have like, sometimes we have that and cookies and caroling. We had some work done on our property at church, so I don't know if we're going to do the lights how we usually. I'm going to triple knot because I didn't get the knots as close together. So you kind of basically just want a good sturdy fat knot so the jingle bell doesn't fall off. So anyways, everybody brings a couple of dozen cookies, and then we have it outside and on the church grounds. And let me just interrupt myself. So it has a little hole there for your jingle bell, and you just slip it down. Okay, let's do that. So simple. And this is where waxing those threads together makes this so much easier. You don't have to worry about your string coming apart, unraveling. So, gosh, you could do this for so many different projects, right? This is so cute. I'm hoping to get this video out today. But anyways, oh, I was telling you about the Christmas cookies. So yeah, everybody brings a couple dozen cookies. We have hot cocoa outside, and we usually have a little bit of a bonfire, and we all sing Christmas carols and just hang out together. It's a nice time. I don't have, we've been here in the Pacific Northwest for 4 years, so I think this is our fourth Christmas. Yeah, I guess our fourth Christmas. Let's see. Yeah, I guess so. We came in the end of the summer, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so then it can be halfway down, 3/4 of a way down, you're going to tie your other knot. I like to go a little bit more like 3/4, and because then your jingle bell will rest upon that. And it looks so pretty when it's hanging on the hooks, the garland hooks, and it's hanging with the garland. And the sparkle from the tree. So we've got 2 knots there. Depending on how good you get your knots, sometimes you have to do 3, but most of them I've only had to do 2. So there you go. See? So simple. I mean, you can make, I don't know, a lot of different things. So 3/4 of a way down. Yeah. So I haven't decided what last night was looking up. I'm like totally in this retro thing, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll make a retro 1950s Christmas cookie. But nothing was just speaking out to me, except for there's nothing wrong with a classic sugar cookie, right? I mean, I love just a plain sugar cookie. My husband, that's one of his favorites, is just a traditional sugar cookie, a little bit of icing on it. If I have thought I would maybe do that and do it like a bell Christmas cookie cutter. All right, so just get the idea of how that goes. We'll do one more. And then we're going to move on to gluing these. Well, actually, let me show you something else before we do that. And we're going to go on to gluing. Slip that through. That one was a little bit lower down, but it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to do one more. So I'll make sure I got enough. I can finish this thing. I'm usually have things done, but it's just been a busy. Worked on a special that I hope to have out next weekend. So I'm working on that right now. And then I have a family member, close family member, that became very, very ill. So, yeah, life happens with that, right? So you just have to roll with the punches, do the best you can, give yourself grace, and just try to have peace. Peace in the midst of the storm. And this is the season. Well, last night we also celebrate Hanukkah because, you know, Jesus was Jewish. And I just love the traditions the Jewish people have. And we always celebrate Hanukkah. Represents a Christmas or a miracle of hope, of light, of God's protection and provision. And so we celebrated that last night, and tonight will be the second night. Jesus is the light of the light of the world. And boy, do we need him in our lives more than ever. He's not, Jesus isn't a religion. He's a person that loves us very much and gave his life for us. I'm so thankful for that. So you can see how I did this. Let's go on to this. And so let's see, where do I need to start now? I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Oh, I need one more here. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you're gonna take, you know what? I just want to make sure my video camera is all right, because sometimes I'll get going and it cuts out. No, we're good. We're good. Sorry about that. So now we're going to take the 5-inch loops that we already, and if you could see what I'm doing, let me get a little closer. So I'm basically wrapping that around the little, see how it has this little indentation? Wrapping this around, and I'm taking the tape then through the loop, and then you just pull. There you go. And then we will glue our clip. We'll glue this part onto our clip. So let's go ahead and get some done here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we've got this 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We're not going to have anything right in the middle, but then from the middle one, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll do a one for a clip. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all white, kind of blend in. It's like, I have it on 4. So there we go. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do a jingle bell. And with that, it's a little different. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So what I did with those, I just tied it around, I looped it around once, and then I just kind of pulled it tight. Careful not to pull it so tight that you break your pom-pom garland. After you did all that work, you don't want to. And then I just loop it through, and I try to pull it taut so I don't lose a lot of the string. And then I just tie a knot, and then I do one more knot just to make sure it's on there good and secure, and it's not gonna. It's probably hard to see my finger work here, but just basically tying a knot, another knot in there. Sorry, probably out of shot. Ah, it is. Hold on, I gotta sit down to do this. There you go. There we go. And then you just pull it taut, and I trim it down. When you trim it, remember you have your wax on there, so you want to still have, you don't want to cut so low down that you don't have the wax still, because then it'll have that frayed look and it doesn't look as nice. So there you go. So now we're going to go, let's see, make sure where I started the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going into the, oh, what are my jingle bells fell off? Oh, I think this bottom one, I didn't tie the knot on there. So here, what I'm going to do is just fix that quick. Hello, dear. And then I'm going to tie a knot on the end. No worries. I guess I forgot to tie that one. I didn't realize I didn't do that. So tie a couple of knots so that stays on there. There we go. Here we go. All right, so we're on this end. We did 4, and now I think we're 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, I need to go 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Taking the 5-inch loop, going around there, around the middle part, just tying it around, looping it through. I'm just going to put those on so that we can do all the gluing together. And then now we're going to go 3. 1, 2, 3. Jingle bell. Let me know if you decide to do this garland. You can do so many different colored jingle bells. You can do green, red, and silver, green, red, and gold. I'm just loving the white and the red theme this year. Well, I have silver, a little bit of silver, not a ton. And then we're pulling that tight. That one I would have liked for it to come down a little bit more. All right, well, clip this down. And you can see all the jingle bells are not all the same level. Oh, this one did not. I didn't tie my knot secure enough, so this is going to be shorter. Unless I want to start all over again on this one. So make sure on your when you're looping these that you do get your knots big enough. Because all right, so jingle bells, and now we're going to put another 5-inch to loop for a clip. So now we're going to go, what did I go for? What did I do? Oh, that's right. I gotta undo that one. That should have been a clip. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. What was I thinking? 1, 2, 3. I shouldn't have put that there, so I might have to do another one. Thankfully, I got a couple here. Yeah. Let's see if I can undo that. I might. I got it kind of tight. There we go. I'll redo that one. All right. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Need to do this loop because we're doing a Christmas card clip here. Putting that through the hole. Pulling it taut. Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3. And somehow I got this. Let's see. What do I say? I should have 4 cards on each side from the middle. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. And then we should do jingle bells. Well, somehow I messed up because now a jingle bell needs to go here. And I'll kind of take a look at it in a minute and see what I did. And you can go every 4 balls or every 3 balls, whatever, pom-poms, however you want. Tying this in a knot. I'll put this in 2 knots just so it's nice and secured. And this one is a little bit longer, but I'm gonna clip some of the end off. There we go. All right, so we should have 4 on this side. 1, 2, 3. We need 1 more on this side, and let me just make sure on this side I have the right amount. 1, 2, yeah, 3, 4. We'll just have to glue that last one. So my jingle bells are getting together. And we're going to put this... I guess this will be really close to a jingle bell because I don't know. I could put it 4, 1, 2, 3. Nah, let's do it 2. Let's do it here. And, here we go. If I happen to pick up any more of those clips, I might put a couple more on. We'll see. All right, so now let's go over to where the hot glue gun is and glue those clips on. All right, sorry you saw a bit of my arm. I'll try to edit that out, but basically I just want this to really show well. So we put that loop on there. We're going to put some glue on here. I'm going to put my other stick in there. But let's put this on here first. Press it down. I'm going to let that dry a little bit. Put another glue stick in there. Definitely got to get a modern glue gun. This thing, gosh, Probably from, it might even be from the 1990s. I don't know. I've had it a long time. You gotta say it's durable. Maybe it was 2000, but I wouldn't be surprised it's from the 1990s. So we're gonna go ahead and put some on the top of that. Now sloppy. Let's straighten it out a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna let those dry a little bit before I go on to the next ones because I don't know if I have enough space here. Well, maybe I do. If I move some of my other stuff on the counter. Yeah, I guess so. All right. We're going to go on to the next little loop. The red clip. I'm going to have to go back and get any of these glue strings off of everything. These make this glue string. Using that. That's the thing about glue guns I don't like. I don't know. Are the newer ones better? Do any of y'all have the newer ones? Because maybe it doesn't cause that as much. I need to update my equipment. I don't see it being any better on new ones, but I might be wrong. Maybe the glue is better. I mean, these glue sticks are definitely not from the 1990s, but the glue gun is, I think. All right, so we're going to move that along. Give them enough space so they dry here. Oh, I only have 2 clips left. So what did I figure wrong? I figured something wrong. Oh, wait. 1, 2. I should have. All right, 1, 2. Oh, yeah, I have it right. Oh, yeah, I have it right. Whew. All right. Put some glue on there. Probably using way too much glue. Hold that down for a few seconds. And then we'll put some back on the top. Yeah, I think I'll just let that dry. And then the last one. I gotta wrap some Christmas presents for our company Christmas party tonight. I'd hope to make some cookies today. We'll see. We'll see if that can happen. I can be super elf today. This one is a little wobbly underneath with my little Let my little sticky tab that I have underneath the star that hooks to the clip. There we go. All right, so I'm going to let these dry before I continue on. I think I can turn my glue gun off. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to turn that off. We'll let these dry and we'll come back. All right, ready to put the cards on the hooks. They've been drying for over an hour. So got busy doing other stuff. So, I guess I didn't put any of these other ones on here. What did I do with them? So, good question. Well, we'll start with these. So, basically just putting it on there. And you can kind of put it any way you want, in any order. And the nice thing with the clips is you can easily just switch it out to different cards. I feel like I'm missing one over here. So I should have 4. Oh, yeah, here I do. This is number 4. Sorry. There we go. We'll go this. And let me go get the other ones. Where did I put them? Ah. And I did work with these clips to make sure they're facing the right way. I might put another card on the back side because most of them haven't been twisting too much. I mean, these cards are really light, so you probably can't see me, and I'll pan out so we can get a good shot. Got all the little glue strings off there. So let me take a look and see. Yeah, some are facing, well, depending on what way you're facing. So I'm going to put a card on the back side. That's the nice thing about these postcards. They're really lightweight. And that way we got a view on both sides. So let's see. And I might play with these a little bit too. I want it to be that side. And I want the pretty side to... I could take another star and glue it onto the back of there, and I had thought of that. Or might have to twist this around. Yeah, I'm still doing that. How about if I put this in the front and the other one in the back? We'll twirl around to the side I want. But I don't want to see that. That's what it was. So forget that. I'll just go like this. This one seems to be in its place. That way if they twirl around, I've got a view on both sides. And this one's okay. Yeah. All right, so let me get a close up. All right, here's my Christmas Pom Pom and Jingle Bell garland with the old-fashioned Christmas cards. Oops, sorry about that. But all in all, like how it came out, and I'll scan back and get it from a distance too. I think this was the only one that the jingle bell, oh, hold on. I'll fix that later. One of the jingle bells fell down above the little knot, but so let me know in the comments if you like it, what you would have done a little bit different. But yeah, I really like it all in all. I'll scan over and just show you the other one I have on my TV, and I'll put some things on there. I'm not going to do it as elaborate as this other one.